At Shivanshu Mehta, SVP and Head of Bullion at MCX Johnson right now. Shivanshu, good having you. Thanks for joining in. And well, one can say it's little surprise considering what's happened to gold that the interest would be very widespread and therefore this was coming. Do you feel you're a little too late in doing this and maybe you should have done this 6 months ago?
Well, actually, you see, I mean, being the leading bullion exchange, not only in India, even globally, we feel that it's incumbent upon us to remain innovative in terms of our product launches. And of late, we have already launched a recent modification in the options, which is leading to tremendous market acceptance and increase in turnover. And we serve the jewelers for risk management. That is a primary function of the derivatives. This, of course, is a retail offering. And you're right, we already have a 1 gram and an 8 gram coin in our portfolio. This adds more vibrancy there because we have been noticing the numbers that this denomination of 10 grams has gained traction over the past year or so. And we thought that this is ideal time before Akshaya Tritiya. In fact, coinciding with Akshaya Tritiya would be the delivery period so that the retail connect gets further engaged and increases in terms of participation. That is the idea behind doing this.
Okay, Shivanshu, just trying to gauge the retail interest currently because when one looks at the globally, right, the price of gold and the ETF action usually is parallel. This time around, that hasn't quite happened relative to the price of gold, right? ETF holdings haven't quite moved up in the same fashion. Do you expect retail interest to pick up? And maybe it is a global factor in India might have been different, so would love to know that.
Well, absolutely. That's a keen observation. Yes, you see, the macroeconomics is something which affects the gold, fundamentals, and also does the geopolitical scenario. So our, aim as an exchange is to make everything available to the investors as well as traders in terms of armory. So whichever way the prices go, we basically want to ensure that two aspects. One is risk management, and the other is developing this as an asset class. So, in line with that, yes, retail interest in terms of open interest, in terms of volumes and turnover is what we go by. So, on all those fronts, precious metals has seen this year, an increase, a clear-cut increase over the previous year. In fact, options as an instrument has taken ground, very strongly, from 9,000 crores to around 32,000 on a YTD basis. This is the average daily turnover. So there we feel the usage of these products for jewelers to hedge their inventory, to launch flexible pricing schemes, etc. That has sort of picked up critical mass. As far as retail is concerned, yes, liquidity itself sort of proves that if on one side there are hedgers, then on the other side there is ample retail. I would say that, yeah.
Mehta, good morning. Tamanna here. So I'm just trying to understand, and I think you hit the nail on the head by getting a 10 gram gold product as well, because that's very identifiable, with retail buyers. And right now everyone's wondering where gold prices can go. I wonder if you have a take on that as well. But what are the kind of volumes you're expecting for this new product?
Yes, well, I think on a volume basis, while I can't make any forward-looking statement, one thing is clear that this has salience in terms of, we already have a 100 gram contract and then we have a kilogram contract, and the various hedging strategies for smaller and medium-sized jewelers between these three contracts are possible for risk management. And the coin products that we already have, the gold petal is again a 1 gram contract, the only such deliverable contract, the first one in the world. And then we have the guinea. So I think volume-wise, our focus would be more on the larger contracts, the gold kilogram, the 100 gram, and the options. This, of course, is a way to keep the retail market engaged and participative. Well, about 56 crores is the number, if you were to ask me, for the coin products that we have on an ADT basis. Yeah.
No, so what is your retail participation right now? I'm just wondering if this is, a significant enough fraction. You want to grow it? How much this will help? Just give us some color there.
Well, see, there are there is basically a risk management hedger profile, then there are traders and arbitragers, and then there is retail. So in terms of the client connect that we have, in terms of what reflects in terms of the open interest and what reflects in terms of volumes, all of these numbers, and also the delivery, because this comes with the advantage of an SIP type of a functionality based on our e-warehouse receipt management software that we have. You can hold it electronically. You can actually, it's transparent. Only 300 rupees are the making charges, and it is the price discovery is completely secular, and you get a tamper-proof, quality-assured product. So those are the advantages for retail, and it is evident in the delivery numbers of such products that we have already seen, that people latch on and they hold on and take delivery and hold it electronically, and even take it.
Kind of delivery numbers you've seen for 1 gram and 8 gram then? Just to give us a sense. Are you seeing that extent of retail participation of your entire base? What would be the percentage of retail participation?
Yes, I'll let you know that. So overall, firstly, in gold, we've seen more than 140 tons of gold delivered successfully since inception. We've seen more than 5,600 tons of silver also delivered. And more importantly, your question is about the retail. So yes, about more than, close to 3 tons has gone in terms of coins. And very recently, about 4 years back, we launched the silver 1 kilo bar, which has picked up as a retail, product. And it has seen, to our own surprise, more than 450 tons delivered in that 1 kg format. So definitely there is a retail appeal there. And we would like to serve the retail segment with instruments of investment which are helping to organize this asset class. That is what the real journey of MCX as well as the industry of bullion and jewelry is, that we are partnering with the industry to help them organize themselves and get into the exchange ecosystem and use best practices. Yes.
So last question to you, Mr. Mehta, and I don't know, maybe you can answer this or you can't answer this, because everyone's conversation point right now is, will gold prices go up any further and how much? Any take on that?
Well, I'm not supposed to have a price view at all being on an exchange. One thing is very clear, that gold and silver are portfolio diversifiers, and that is something which all investors need to be armed with. That is what experts have always said.
Interest in it right now because of the kind of returns gold is giving. Thank you so much, Mr. Mehta, for speaking with us. So this Akshay Tritiya, if you're looking to, buy that token of gold, this is one more option that the MCX is offering. Stock about 1% up. We'll take a very short break, but we're coming back with a lot